Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to announce the first feature of June Club Quitabug. I will be spotlighting the Above the Clouds bundle. So this bundle is featured in the new 2019-20 annual catalog, which goes live today, June 4th, 2019. I am so excited. So I'm looking forward to sharing this new bundle with you and walking you through the fun free card kit that I've got to go along with this beautiful set. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video, and I'll give you all the details about Club Quitabug as we go. So in addition to the Above the Clouds bundle, I will be using some additional supplies. So I'll go ahead and insert a quick graphic into the video here that you can take a screenshot of. I will also have the supplies listed down below in the video description with clickable links, and over on today's blog post with clickable links, and you can find the direct link to today's post down in the video description as well. So remember, all you have to do to receive this free card kit as a gift in the mail from me is simply place a minimum $40 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping, and be sure to use the host code that I've got somewhere here on the screen. Using that code just lets me know you're wanting to receive this free card kit as a gift in the mail from me. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or greater. You will still receive this free card kit as a gift in the mail from me, plus you will qualify for Stampin' Rewards. And this kit is available for all orders placed in my online store between June the 1st and June the 15th, 2019. So remember, you can purchase whatever you would like with your minimum $40 order, but if you would like to complete the projects exactly as I have in the video, I do recommend the products that I'm using today. So I have 3 fun projects for you in this Above the Clouds free card kit. So here is the first card in the kit. I love these colors. So it says, "Life is a beautiful ride." Isn't that so cute? Lots of dimension. Just so colorful. Love it. Here is the second card, "Let Your Dreams Soar." I love this card because it has a nice masculine feel to it as well, even though it's colorful. And then card number 3, so fun, "You're Off to Great Places." Love this card. So there are the 3 cards in the kit. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to put together all 3 projects included in the kit. And just remember, your kit comes with all of the consumable supplies to make one of each of the 3 projects. Plus there are envelopes as well as a full color PDF with photos of the projects and the measurements and the supply list. Alright, so I've got my pieces here for my stamping. So I'm going to bring in Flirty Flamingo ink here, and I'm going to stamp my hot air balloon here on the Flirty Flamingo cardstock. Right about there should be good. Then I've got crumb cake ink for my little hot air balloon basket, and I am going to stamp this sideways just like that. Actually, I want it a little bit darker. Let me do that again. Okay, that looks good. And then I used the new stitched nested dies. I love these to die cut this piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment in crushed curry. So we're going to stamp "Life is a Beautiful Ride." Just pop that right in the center here. Looks good. So I'll just bring in that hot air balloon punch out my balloon, just center this up right about there. And then I am going to save this little triangle because we're going to use that on the second card. So I'm going to save that little triangle. And then I'm just going to slip my crumb cake in and punch out my little basket here for my hot air balloon. And we're going to use this crumb cake quite a bit, so make sure you save that. Okay, so we can start putting this card together. So for my card base, I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock. Just give that a nice crease here with my bone folder. Then I've got a piece of Whisper White, which I have already embossed for you using the subtle embossing folder. It's one of our 3D folders. I love this. It just adds a really subtle texture. I love it. I don't know if you can see that, but I really love that look. So we'll just add this on. Let's see, which side am I going to use? Yeah, I'll have that side face up. And I'm gonna be generous with my adhesive since this is embossed. Okay, and then I've got a piece of designer paper from the new Follow Your Art designer series paper. This is one of my favorite patterns. I love that. I used to have a shirt that looked like this. I loved that shirt. Okay, so we'll just put this, I'm leaving a little bit of that white showing. Just put this right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop up my hot air balloon using some dimensionals. Okay, and I'll just put that, right about here. And then a mini dimensional on my little basket. Just put that right down here. Okay, and then dimensionals on my sentiment. And we will just pop that, let's see, right about there looks good. And then in your kit you've got a few of these Coastal Cabana glitter enamel dots. I am just going to pop these onto, 2 of them onto the hot air balloon, and then 1 just right down here at the bottom. And there you have it. That finishes up card number 1, quick and easy. All right, so I've got my supplies here for card number 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by stamping a Coastal Cabana balloon. I've got my Coastal Cabana ink pad here. I'm gonna stamp this balloon this time, so let me just ink that up really well. And I'll just stamp that right down here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I went ahead and stamped 2 of the little baskets in crumb cake. Then I've got another nested die cut. And I'm gonna stamp my sentiment on here in Pacific Point. So I'm stamping Let Your Dreams Soar, and I'll just put that right here in the center. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and punch out this balloon. Again, I'm going to save that little triangle, and then I'm going to punch out a gray granite balloon, and then I want one of the little triangles here in crushed curry. Okay, so now we can start assembling this card. So for my card base, I've got a piece of Whisper White Thick cardstock. Give that a crease with my bone folder. There we go. Then I have got a piece of crushed curry cardstock, and then this is actually some of the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper. So I'm just going to adhere this on top of my crushed curry. Okay, and then we will adhere this onto the card front, just right here in the top center. Then I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to add some snail all across the back, and then you've got some of this linen thread. I'm just going to straighten that out a little bit with my bone folder. And then I'm just gonna make these little loops here, just wrapping it around my hand, and I'm just going to adhere it right into that adhesive on the back, and then you've got these simple little loops just like that, pretty easy to do. And then I'll just bring in some dimensionals. Okay, and I am going to pop this right about, let's see, I'll put this right about here. Yep, right about there with that. Then I'll go ahead and adhere this hot air balloon. Let's see, right there should do. And then put down this Coastal Cabana one. Let's see, right about there. Bring in some glue dots, and I'll adhere my little baskets with the glue dots. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere my little triangles with glue dots and make a little banner going across my little gray granite balloon here. Just lining those up. Just like that. And then we will finish this card with a few of these little rhinestone jewels that come in the kit. Just like that. And there you have it. That finishes up card number 2. Okay, so now let's get started on card number 3. So I'm going to bring in some scratch paper and then my Flirty Flamingo card base. So we are going to create our own background on this card base. Okay, so I've got my Flirty Flamingo ink here. I'm going to bring in the little cluster of hot air balloons, and I am just going to start stamping these little balloons all over the background of this card. Now in some places, like right here, I'm gonna kind of cover up so that I can get, there we go, fit another balloon in there. Okay, so I have stamped that little hot air balloon image all over the background here. So now I am going to bring in another one of those stitched nested die cuts. I've got my Coastal Cabana ink pad, and I've got the little cloud image, and I am just going to stamp off twice and get some of these clouds here on the background of this die cut. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so now we've got this piece of Whisper White, and we're gonna start stamping the hot air balloons. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my piercing mat so I get a good impression, more scratch paper, and then in Coastal Cabana ink, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this filler image here for my hot air balloon. So stamp it off and then stamp it on, and then I'm going to stamp this little hot air balloon right over top. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to see. Hopefully I lined that up. Okay, not bad. So there's that one. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with crushed curry. I cleaned my stamp, so I'm going to stamp off in crushed curry and stamp on. Then I'm gonna bring in this little hot air balloon image, stamp that right over top. Hopefully I lined that up. Okie dokie. Okay, so now I've got Flirty Flamingo. I'm just gonna make sure I cleaned my stamp well. Looks like I did. And I'm gonna stamp this image now. Okay, stamp it off in Flirty Flamingo, stamp it on, and then stamp this image right over top, just like that. Then I'm going to bring in this little banner image here, and I am going to stamp this on full strength Flirty Flamingo. Let's see. Guess I'll just stamp that right here. The little banner. Then the little filler image for the banner, I'm going to stamp that full strength as well. Just fill in this little banner. Just like that. Looks cute. Now I am going to punch out all of these hot air balloons. So we've got all of those all punched out. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this other side of my Whisper White. So I'm just coming in with Pacific Point, and I am going to stamp the "You're off to great places." I'm going to put that down here, close to the edge, but not all the way. I think I'll put it right there. Okay, so now what I want to do is start putting my hot air balloons onto this little die cut piece here. So I'm going to take my crushed curry and I'll just put that on flat. The little snail adhesive right about here should do it. Then I'll pop up the Coastal Cabana with dimensionals. Okay, so I think I'll put this one, right about there should be good. Then I'll put the little basket on with a glue dot right about there, and then we'll put the Flirty Flamingo balloon, put that one on flat. Let's see, right about there should be good. And then dimensionals on the back of this. All right, so we will add this on right down here. Let's see, right about there looks pretty good. Okay, and then I'm going to hand cut out my sentiment. If it bothers you to hand cut it out, you could always use your paper trimmer if you want it to be perfectly straight. Okay, and now let's see, snip a little off of this end, and then I'm just going to banner the ends. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of snail adhesive on the back. And then you've got this little bit of Bermuda Bay striped ribbon. I'm just going to trim this down a little bit shorter, maybe about that short. And yep, I think that looks good. Just add the sentiment right on top of that ribbon. A little bit of dimensional edge here. Just put some right here, and then a little bit more on the other end, right about here. Let's see if that'll fit on. Don't know if I'm going to need to make that a little bit shorter. Nope, that's going to work perfectly. So I'll just pop that right there. Okay, and then we'll finish it up with this little die cut heart, and I cut this out of the sparkle glimmer paper. We'll just put one mini dimensional on the back of this little heart and pop this up on top of the Coastal Cabana hot air balloon. And there you have it. That finishes up card number 3. All right, so there you have it. There are the 3 projects included in my free Above the Clouds card kit. I hope that you guys have enjoyed these projects. So don't forget, all you have to do to receive this free card kit as a gift in the mail from me is simply place a minimum $40 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping. Be sure to use the host code. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or greater. You will still receive this kit as a gift in the mail from me, and you will earn Stampin' rewards. So don't forget, this kit does end June the 15th, 2019. You can find direct links to my online store just below the video in the video description. So thank you guys so much, and I'll be back soon with another tutorial. Bye now.